to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com! Oh yeah, Daddy. Oh yeah, Daddy. Yeah. James, I feel good today.
Do you?
Oh. Feels strong.
We are all so happy for you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for my bravery. Thank you for my bravery.
Wow.
My God, man.
You are out here. You are
brave.
You are at work.
Yes.
For them.
You're right. It's not has nothing to do with me. This is all for the people.
Stay home for you.
Yeah. You know? Don't lift the quarantine. I'll stay here for you. You know? Don't go back to work. Quit your jobs. Forget about your life. I'll be here for you. And then as soon as you open up YouTube or Spotify or iTunes, all you're going to hear is, yeah, Daddy, yeah. I'm coming for you, Daddy. I feel blessed today, James.
Thank God.
Looking for a word that I saw on Instagram today. I feel blessed today. I do feel good though. Waking up to a new album. That was a banger today. It was amazing.
I am loving it.
So 2 albums came out last night at midnights. And Daddy, oh yeah, Daddy, loves new music. Can't get enough of new music. Need my ear holes, especially for writing. Always looking for new shit. 2 albums dropped last night. DaBaby, look, who had a fucking worldwide stunner, if you will, and then did a track with Post Malone on his new album. Now he put out a solo album, and it sucks real bad. It's as if he put the same beat on 43 times and just did the exact same rap on every song.
Oh, cool.
Terrible. And this was a guy, by the way, who I don't know if you remember, blown up from his one hit, and then smacked a lady at a concert. Just hauled off and fucking slapped her.
Buble her, huh?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But
we'll get to the old Buble.
What was his song that was a hit?
Bing, 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 bing. Back of the wood, DaBaby, back of the moon, DaBaby.
Oh, okay.
It was him saying his name pretty much 100 times in a row.
Okay.
Right? And big on TikTok.
I know it well.
Big on TikTok. No, but it was a massive song. And again, once you have a big song like that, it's one of those things where other artists just grab you. You know, like, oh, shit, we got to get him on this and this and this. So he sounds sweet because you're like, oh, shit, you saw him actually in person. Madison Square Garden.
Oh, yeah.
He came out with Post Malone, yeah. And people went nuts.
Yeah.
I put out a solo album, and people are absolutely destroying him online for being worthless.
Well,
him slapping that lady across the face, though, at the concert,
I think
probably didn't do him any
really,
favors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did that why?
She grabbed him, grabbed his arm, and he just hauled off and slapped her.
Okay.
Real hard across the face. So, she just wanted to grab on that dick, you know?
Mm-hmm. She grabbed his arm, though.
Yeah. Which, she was probably trying to latch down that talon, those eagle talons, to grab onto that dick with the free hand. There was like 900 cameras around, so he got popped for that, and it, became a thing, and blah, blah, blah. He apologized. Everything else, you should apologize for that album because it fucking sucks. Now,
I hate to bring it back to Buble, which we are teasing, but when cameras are
really
around, you
gotta be on your best
behavior.
Yeah.
When they aren't,
yep,
do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You keep your family in line.
Exactly.
But when the cameras are around, you really have to be aware of them. Carry on.
Then Fiona Apple drops an album. It's been a long time. I've always been a fan of Fiona Apple, and she's just delightfully weird. She did an Icon series with Quentin Tarantino.
Super talented.
Ridiculously talented. She did an Icon series with Quentin Tarantino. Remember that show, Iconoclast, that's what it was called, on Sundance Channel or remember
I
when those channels were a thing back in the day?
Yeah, I do. I do. I forget which one it was.
I think it was
though.
Sundance
Or
Channel.
Oprah? Was it Oprah's
No,
channel?
no.
Oh,
no.
okay.
It was definitely like, I know Grey Goose was the sponsor, and that's all that I remember. But either way, I used to watch every single one of those, and they used to pair up like two huge celebrities that have chatted in the past, and then they kind of want to learn more about each other's lives. Hers was with Quentin Tarantino, and it was in Austin actually.
Okay.
They shot it in Austin, and it was great.
Of course.
She was weird and awesome, and you were just like, all right, sweet. And so, again, I'd always liked her music. She hasn't put out an album in 5 years. I didn't know if she would again.
Yeah.
To be real with you.
Yeah.
Incredible front to back. One of those albums you can just play and just leave it on wherever you're at. And I was doing some more research on it this morning because I was like, shit, this is really good. Where you can just play it front to back over and over and over again.
So if anyone watches The Affair on Showtime, she does the opening credits.
Oh, really?
And it's very much like that style, which is a little bit of a departure, but amazing.
So Pitchfork, look, they're called Pitchfork for a reason because they fucking come after every goddamn artist on the
Famously,
planet.
Yeah.
Has only given 2 10-star album reviews in the last 20 years. It was Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and then this Fiona Apple album. And I kind of agree. I'm on, I think, listen number 2 of it right now. I'm going to jam it out tonight when I'm writing, but big fan. And when I was doing the research this morning, she recorded the entire thing in her house and was like banging on, using her walls as like drums and like puts like mixed in like dogs barking.
Yeah.
But as like vocal background for a chorus, super wild. And she plays piano and all that other shit. But man, is she talented.
Insane.
So stoked about that.
Insane.
Really stoked about that.
And very nostalgic. So like right now, there's a big boom of like like we're eating foods that are like banana bread is the biggest like searched
Really?
food right now, or recipe. I don't know why, but it feels very like we want to do like comforting, nostalgic things. Fiona Apple coming out with an awesome album.
During the quarantine?
There could not be anything more nostalgic for me.
No.
Of like, I'm in high school. And
the beauty of it is there's nothing out, so everybody can appreciate it, and her, where it's just like, oh, all right, great. And man, is it good. Big fan, Jabes. And then, then you get Buble popping up like we were cock teasing earlier.
We were cock teasing a little bit of Buble beater.
He just beat his wife live on Instagram,
So, we didn't tell Jamie to cue this up, although we should.
Yeah, Jamie,
video.
just type in Michael Bublé elbowing his wife, specifically elbowing.
It's going to be a red curtain background.
This, again, we've talked about this
Instagram.
for a couple weeks now of why celebrities should probably just stop going live.
Yeah, so they decided to go live. They're starting to go live from their house for their fans.
Yeah.
And I think it was like video 1, second one. This happened.
I mean, it appears as if they didn't know they were live, or he didn't.
I don't think he did, but
he just elbows her right in the rib cage. As soon as she starts saying hola. I didn't know she was Spanish either.
Yeah.
She has a very Spanish flair.
Yeah.
And he just elbowed her, and I was like, whoa. And then
we kind of need the video, though, too.
He caught himself, and it was one of those things
Got to be the first one.
Yep. No, you're not close, Jamie.
Okay. So at this point, don't worry about it. So it's like
he elbows her and then brings her in.
Instagram video. It looks like he's about to say hi to the fans, and she like
jumps him and says hola, and then he elbows her and looks at her mean. Yeah.
It's like serious, and then looks to the camera, realizes that he just elbowed his wife in front of their million fans or whoever was on the live, and then jokingly sort of did, okay, you have it, let's go.
Pop it up. There we go. Is it playing? It's at a standstill, my man.
Hola chicos, hola chicos,
Ooh.
hola chicos, yo soy Miguel
Yeah.
But like you have to see the
And
whole
mi
thing. So
muy,
he
muy
jokes,
linda amiga
brings
y
her
esposa,
in. I love
Luisa.
her. I know you saw me elbow her.
Yikes. Play that one more time, Jamie. That deserves probably 3 plays in a row. Buble elbowing his wife. Let's see
So
let's see him fucking gooch
He's
her.
about to say
Hola chicos,
hi. She
hola
says
chicos,
it. Oh.
hola chicos, yo soy Miguel Burbuja. Hola chicos, hola chicos, hola chicos, hola
Okay, but
chicos.
let it
And then
play.
let
Hola
it
I'm
play.
sorry,
chicos, yo
let
soy
it
Miguel
play out.
Burbuja. And mi muy, muy linda amiga y esposa, Luisa.
Look at the look of fear in her
So
eyes.
but you have the cringiest part of it is him jokingly doing it again, pulling her in, arm around the neck.
Yeah.
And when she looks at him,
Boy. So here's
Yeah.
what happened is they did another video later, and then she had to release a statement because there was so much Buble backlash. A lot of backlash for Buble.
yeah.
And just said, we're in a loving relationship. You can watch us on Facebook Live. Do they have their own Facebook Live TV show?
Them?
Yeah.
No, I think they just go live on Facebook. That must have been what that
Oh,
was.
gotcha.
Yeah.
And the statement says, you can see our love for each other and blah, blah, blah. That's exactly what every woman in a beaten relationship
Sure,
says.
and then she actually put out a video defending him, but he is standing right next to her with his arm around her while she's talking.
Yeah. Ew,
Like
cringy.
kind of off to the side, but like his arm is like wrapped around, so it's like you don't even really see him, but you know he's there. She knows he's there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? More importantly,
You got to control
so
your
do
woman.
the right thing and be smart. So, are we bored in the quarantine and we're kind of looking for
I would've had
a
the same
juicy
reaction.
scoop? What?
I would have had the same reaction non-quarantine if he would have gotten on an elbow.
Yeah,
his
but
wife
I
like
don't
that.
know if this would have blown up the way that it did if we weren't in quarantine in a very slow news cycle, right?
Yeah.
So, at the very best, he's controlling. At the worst, he's abusive.
He's a wife beater. Yeah. I always look. Buble is one of those guys where it seems like he's just doing the wrong things at the wrong time. Have you ever seen him eat corn? You ever seen Buble eating corn?
Is that a thing?
Jamie, Google Michael Bublé eating corn, and it will terrorize your mind.
Is it a picture or a video?
It's a picture. It's a picture. So just go to Google Michael Bublé eating corn and pull that up, and it'll shock your mind. It's as if he's taking down that black guy's dick in the memes,
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's the wrong way to eat corn.
Yeah.
Like the very, very.
Oh, like from the tip down?
Yeah, look at that. Look at him eating corn right there.
Okay, I can't.
Creepy.
I
He's
can't
just
really
stuffing it in his
see.
mouth like a huge cock.
What's on? Does he have a hat on?
He's got a hat on backwards, and he's just jamming a fucking huge corn on the cob in his mouth like a cock. Can't see that, huh?
Mm-mm.
Man. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in my own world.
There we go. Yeah, you don't eat corn like that.
Right?
You don't eat corn like that.
No, he's just taking out a dick is what he's doing. So Buble eating corn's been a thing for a while. Now he's elbowing his wife.
Buble eating corn has been a thing for a while.
A while. Everybody knows about Buble eating corn. James, I can go down a laundry list of things that the folks at home need to pull up if you're bored during the quarantine. Now, Jamie, you can't pull this one up because it's graphic. But for those of you at home who are bored, who are just like, man, I think I've reached the end of the internet. If you haven't seen Buble eating corn, boom, you're welcome. And then the other one is John Mayer pissing in the woods. Now, he's got a fucking hammer on him, and he's holding his dick with 2 full hands, like he's picking up a bass or a salmon that he just got out of the water, like out of a stream, where you're just like, Jesus Christ, man.
What is it?
It is John Mayer pissing, and he's got like this one of those Austin hats on, like the Austin, Texas hats. That's kind of just a round hat and all that shit.
Okay.
You know where I put it is I put it in we were all Harambe video, but I had to blur out his dick for Dicks Out for Harambe.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, man, he's just got it's a right?
Yeah.
John Mayer's got a huge penis.
Yeah, widely known.
Oh, you knew that?
Yeah, widely known.
I did not.
Yeah.
So what happened was when I was making that video, I was just Googling celebrities with their dicks out, and that one kept popping up, banging me in the face over and over again. And I was like, shit. But I could see Andy Cohen sucking on that guy's dick now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see John Mayer probably
But you
being
could
fine
also
with it.
understand why he has the energy that he does.
Big dick energy?
You know, John Mayer's like very confident in his bullshit.
He is, and it's weird because
there's not a lot of reason for him to be.
If you
so
see his
confident.
facial expressions when he's singing, it's very Shivo. It's very Terry Shivo.
Yeah, and he sings
You remember Blair's friend on Facts of Life? Blair's cousin. Hi, Blair. That's the look on his face. He's got the permanent Blair's cousin from Facts of Life on there. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Pull up Blair's cousin from Facts of Life.
No.
No. They've memed this a million times of the two of them side by side, so it's just there's nothing you can really do at that point. But Jamie's even laughing right now. It's one of those things where she is actually retarded, and John Mayer, when he's on stage, just plays like he's retarded. It's weird. It's strange. Like he's stealing her moves on that, and I feel bad for her. That was her thing on that show, not his. That's John Mayer for you, though. Right. The confidence he has, he's like, fuck it, man. I'll just take a retarded person's face.
Gosh.
You know?
Yeah.
Try to pass that off as my own. No, John. Their disability is not your fucking culture. You know? But Buble and John Mayer are kind of in the same camp to me, where it's like, there's a lot of confidence for like, they're pretty good, you know? And now, if they would have dropped like amazing album after amazing album,
sure,
like, cool, man. Like Prince.
A Prince, a Dave Matthews, these people where you're like, yeah, of course. Like, you're beloved.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And Eddie Vedder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Eduardo.
Then you go like, yeah, for sure.
And then you could get away with maybe elbowing your wife in public on Facebook Live, where it's just like, well, on the one hand, we're getting great music. On the other hand, maybe he beats his wife, but I'll overlook that. But it's because it's Buble that people are like, fuck that guy. What is he doing? Covers?
Yeah.
Is he doing Sinatra covers?
And his
Christmas
brand is a very nice family man.
Yeah.
That's his brand. So, could John Mayer get away with elbowing a gal that he's with? Sure. It's on brand.
Yeah. Look, Alan Jackson's was a family brand. Way down yonder on Chattahoochee. He used to fucking knock out his wife. I mean, hardcore. Where it was just like, and we're talking like Kimbo Slice backyard type shit, streets in Miami. Like, he was brutal.
No, I don't actually think Buble beats his wife.
Well,
I just think it's a good reminder. I think we needed to remind Buble a little bit of like, hey.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're just starting to go live, but like, bro.
Buble, here's a tip.
Here's how it works, Buble. Like, we go live every day, and you will get backlash if you don't do something right. That's just like how it goes, no matter what it is. You're opening yourself up. You're not in a concert.
No.
Or in an interview on Today's Show. Like, this is live.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to watch yourself.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Buble. If you are going to control your wife and or beat her, one, you can't do it live on camera. And if you are, if you want to really rope her in, it's middle belt loop, back of the jeans, and that's a nice yank that the public can't see, because your arm's behind her, and that'll really keep her in line. You know what I'm saying?
Or you can just do old school, isolating her from her friends and family, and giving her a really crippling sense of insecurity.
Yes.
And, just verbal.
Yep. Start putting up circus mirrors in your bedroom and then saying
you're
fat. Look at
yourself.
Abuse, yes,
does not leave marks, man.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Visible ones.
Yeah.
So.
Buble, what we're saying is this. You can control your wife.
Joking.
You just can't beat her on camera. Okay, Buble? You can eat corn like that. If you want to eat corn like it's your fucking brother's dick at a summer camp, That's fine, man.
Sure, bud.
Don't do it in public. Do it behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Now, John Mayer, on the other hand, pissing like that, I was very forward of like, oh, cool. Yeah, you want to take a picture of me pissing? Hold on. Let me put my other hand underneath my dick. And then you can take that pic. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. But Buble, you know better. You know who else everybody's coming after today is Dr. Phil.
Oh, what?
The
Why?
doctor.
Why?
The good doctor.
What did Phil do?
He's a real doctor, right?
No, I think he just changed his first name to Doctor.
Can you
And
do
then
that
can
legally?
kind of get away. Yeah. And then you can kind of get away with it.
I want that. I also want to be the one who goes back and gives a commencement speech in my college, and then they give me an honorary doctorate, and then after that, I make everyone call me doctor.
Sure.
Where I just interrupt everyone. Where it's just, I'm sorry. It's Dr. Patterson.
Right.
You just called me Ross. It is Dr. Patterson. I'm a fucking doctor for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch your tone. I'm a doctor.
Yeah. So what is
he's taking a lot of heat. So
Mr. Phil doing?
Yeah. So Papa Trump gets on last night and says, "Hey man, we're gonna reopen America here. We're gonna do it in 3 phases, and we'll go through that a little bit later on." And he says, look, man, I don't know why we're really concerned with the coronavirus when, there's more people that are dying a year to car accidents, drowning, and they said he was wildly exaggerating his fucking thing, his numbers. But he says the economy is crashing around us, and they're doing that because people are dying of the coronavirus. He's like, I get that, but look, the fact of the matter is, we have people dying. 45,000 people a year die from automobile accidents, 480,000 a year from cigarettes, 360,000 a year from swimming pools, but we don't shut down the country for that. And he's saying that, because we're doing this, the fallout is going to last for years, that people's lives are being destroyed. He's getting crushed for that.
Why?
People said he's not a real doctor and that he's insensitive and all this other shit. And, I say, doctor, I believe in Dr. Phil.
He is actually a psychologist. Yeah. So
so he's a real doctor. Yeah.
And that's the bulk of what he was saying yesterday. This was like one comment kind of taken out of a longer interview, but he said, this is invisible. I can't show you an x-ray of depression. I can't show you an x-ray of the anxiety. Yep. But he's absolutely right. And we're starting to see it now with protests and like people getting to their breaking points. Yeah. That like, the fact of the matter is, the longer this lockdown goes, the more vulnerable people can get. And there's a tipping point. And as you see your money going away, your business going away, your like everything, that's also something that we need to talk about. Yeah. And we can't just be like, well, people are dying, so everybody do like sit in your house, like, depression, anxiety, lose your business, lose your money, whatever, because don't dare say anything about it, because there are people dying. Yeah. So Dr. Phil is just sort of saying things right now that I think you're going to see a lot more now, because we are at that breaking point. There's protests everywhere of people that are like, we're done with this.
There's protests down the street from our house.
Down the street from our house. But we talked to an ex-Raleigh police officer yesterday about the protests there, where people are starting to get to the point where that thing of like, don't say anything because people are dying is done. Where, yes, both things are true. Both things are true. People are dying and people are getting to a breaking point, both mentally and fiscally, and like their whole lives. We're getting to the point where if we go any longer than what they're saying, the 30th to 15th, things can get really, really irreparably bad. And again, I can say that because I am not a politician. I'm not on TV. I'm not whatever. Like, we're just trying to be entertaining by talking to each other about how we're feeling right now, right? Yeah. So I think this is it. And I think more and more you're going to start to see this. Okay, yes, we've assessed that this many people are dying. This many people are dying every day. These are the people that are at risk. We like almost have it pinpointed, right? To where like down to age, respiratory problems, any underlying thing that you may have.
Yeah.
And tests are getting faster. And so we're getting that a little bit under control. And now we can start to sort of address what is happening now.
And the hatred for Dr. Phil needs to stop. He's a real doctor. And,
do you really hate him? Do you find these comments like appalling?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
So Dr. Phil is Dr. Phil, right? But I've never known him to be like way off base ever.
No.
And especially when it comes to mental health, because that's his expertise. He's not a doctor on like COVID. He's not that kind. Do you know what I'm saying?
And his quotes I live by.
Like, if you're tired, get more sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're only lonely if you're not there for you.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you lived here, you'd be home by now.
Stuff like that.
My daddy used to say you wouldn't worry so much about what people thought about you if you knew how seldom they did.
I think the people.
Love Dr. Phil, dude.
I think the people that are outraged with him too are these kind of stragglers, these holders on, these people that clearly are not going through what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That are outraged. The only way that you're absolutely outraged at those comments about even thinking for 1 second that someone might be in a depression because of this fucking quarantine. The fact that we can't even fucking say that, my God, at least they're not dead.
Yeah.
And the fact that we can't say that if you asked my mom whether she would want to stay inside or see her child's business and everything that she's worked for completely disintegrate, my mom would say, I'll stay home.
Yeah.
My mom is at the age, she's not at risk, but
sure.
like these are the people 65, 70, 80, right?
Yeah.
If you ask them, all of them, hey, can you stay home so that your kids can get back to work? I bet they would say yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. That's not like, that's a very like, I don't know. I'm sure there's other ins and outs to it. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, of course. And look, for Dr. Phil, I'm going to read a few quotes from him.
Please.
That people have lived by
Please.
and love. He's a beloved figure. No dog ever peed on a moving car. Real quote from Dr. Phil on a show.
There you go. And we
Yeah.
know what that means, right?
Yeah. My daddy used to tell me, boy, don't ever miss a good chance to shut up. I don't know what that means, but I love it. No mud. My favorite one. No matter how flat you make a pancake, it's got two sides. Look at that.
Look at that.
That's Dr. Phil. So if you're not taking everything he says verbatim in your life, well, you're not fucking doing it right. You know?
I want to say one more thing.
Go ahead. About the good doctoro. Is it about Dr. Phil?
No, it's about these quarantines.
Go ahead.
It feels a little bit at this point. Did you guys know that, when you're in an airplane and it's still at the gate? Like sometimes they'll keep you there for hours.
Yeah.
We've been in this situation. You can just walk out the door.
Yeah, just leave. You can just leave.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Even though they tell you, stay here. We're just fixing a mechanical thing. Stay here. We need to get paperwork for the mechanical thing that we just... And then you're 3 hours right there. You can just walk off.
Yeah. I do it all the time.
And that's what it kind of feels like right now.
I just leave. Yeah. Look, this has not affected my life at all. And one of my best friends, I talked to him today. He's thinking about coming out. And he's just like, hey, man.
It's affected your life, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, sort of.
It's affected your life, you stupid ass.
The gym and the restaurant, that's about it. You know what I'm saying? No, but I've lived my life continuously.
You saying it doesn't affect your life, though, is not the same as saying, like, I'm not really freaking out about it.
No. I'll rephrase then. Your Honor. I have continued to live my life.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. I've continued to live my life the exact same way. No, I didn't change anything.
You've walked off the plane, essentially, right?
Fuck, every day. Since this was, I didn't give shit.
The first time I did that was with you and Dan. And I was
you were freaked out.
Freaked out because I'm a rule follower, right?
I'm not.
You guys were like, you got new tickets on a different plane down the street.
On the plane we were on that was stuck on the runway. We got new tickets on the phone, on the plane. And we're just like, great, we're out of here, pack up your shit. And they were like, you guys can't leave. And I was like, no, I can just walk right off the fucking plane.
Yeah. And even
Nothing
everyone around was like, you can't. If you leave, they're going to leave. If they leave, they
oh my
can't come
God.
back on. It's like,
What?
we know we can't come back on, but
Yeah.
they will even tell you that you can't do that.
Yeah.
And you're like, no. And then once you get up to the front,
Yeah.
they just move out of the way.
They just move out of the way, and they're like, great,
You
go ahead.
walk.
Move on about your life. Going from one talk show host to another here. Talking about your favorite. I did not know any of these stories until you brought them up.
Of what?
Ellen DeGeneres. We
Mm.
touched on this briefly on Drinkin Bros a week ago, but I was like, I was still kind of skeptical that Ellen DeGeneres was a complete nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Because on TV, you know, she seems like a fun, pixie-ish
Doesn't she?
little fucking bedazzler. She's just waiting to save some kid who just went viral from singing at a Walmart or, you know, a Chewbacca mask on a mom's face.
Because
Like,
it suits her.
I guess.
Brings her ratings. But yeah.
So you were the one who outed her, and I was like, all right, cool. I didn't really get any messages or hear anything about it after that. So I was like, maybe that's one of Jessie's lies again, and she needs another fucking elbow, you know? Right to the rib cage.
Hola.
Hola. Fuck you. Give her the old Buble right to the rib cage, you know?
Fuck you.
Yeah. Give her the old Buble and tell her to get back in the house.
Don't Buble me, buddy.
Get a little rap on the beak. Back to the kitchen. You let the man speak first. I wear the pants in this family. Okay? You look in that bank account. When did the first $1,200 come in? Was it your name or my name?
Hey, I've got a couple slices of bacon in that pan. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
do. Yeah, you do, James.
Now,
we didn't get stimulus
So
checks,
I
by the
am
way.
able to leave soon.
We didn't do.
Once I get a couple more slices.
You think you are? I got you by that belt loop behind the scenes.
We didn't, but you know. Hey, look.
I don't give a shit.
If it went to someone else,
Yes,
Godspeed.
it should go to someone else and not to us.
Godspeed.
Let's be honest about it. But Ellen DeGeneres is not giving any stimulus money to her staff.
Not just stimulus money.
Ooh, anything. No stimulus. No, nothing for her staff. They've spoken out. They've gotten very brave and called Variety. And said the entire crew of Ellen is furious over poor communication regarding pay, non-union workers during the shutdown. And they're saying that no one has reached out to them at all. Ellen, the producers, anyone from the show, consisting of 30 employees. And they've seen no written communication about the status of their work hours, pay, inquiries about their mental and physical health. Like that one I'll let slide. And the people that are speaking out on the condition of anonymity. That's a big word, and I just said it.
Anonymity?
Yeah. Higher-ups in production would occasionally answer phone calls but reveal little, and they finally found out that they were told to brace for a 60% reduction in pay, even as the show continues to air, and that's the important part. So I took a call last night from a friend in L.A. who was working on some sports shit, and he goes, hey, man, do you have any inside info on if the NFL is coming back specifically? And I said, yes, it is. They might do it without fans. I personally think the virus will die down and fans will be able to come. But the NFL has a massive deal with the networks. Therefore, that money will go to them and the teams to pay the players and all that shit. Same with Ellen in this situation. Ellen has a massive deal. The latest deal she penned, she makes $50 million a year. It's $50 million a year to host the Ellen Show. There's no way her crew of 30 fucking people has to take a 60% pay cut. She's on every day. She's not left. Now, granted, she's doing it from home with a skeleton crew of like 4 people. But guess what? There's still 26 other people who aren't getting paid or going to get a 60% reduction in salary. This is probably going to go on, according to the president, which we'll get to after the sponsors, for another 30 days or so. You're Ellen DeGeneres, who's making $50 million a year. You can pay your fucking crew who works there every goddamn day.
Yes. Or you can speak out
Which
with
they
them.
did.
No, she could speak out.
Oh, she could, yes.
Because,
Correct, yes.
you know, it's partly her, but it is partly Warner Brothers, right? Like, their money doesn't come out of Ellen's pocket normally. But she could definitely, if she wasn't part of this decision, which I absolutely believe that she was, she could speak out and be like, hey, Warner Brothers, whatever. I don't know.
She's
she
also
talk to them. I don't know.
Here's the thing. She's also a producer on the show.
Look, she has the say. She can
Yes.
shut down fucking barbecues outside.
You know what the budget is for your show. And look, this is simple at this point. Like, I've done a million fucking movies and TV shows. You have a budget. There's above the line costs and below the line. Above the line is talent. The only talent on the show is Ellen.
Right.
It's $50 million. Everybody knows what she's making per year on that, and then per show. So they'll divvy up the $50 million for however many shows she does throughout the year, and that's the number she gets paid per week, and it's usually a weekly salary. You can easily say, hey, guys, for the next 30 days, go into the network and say, hey, guys, why don't you cut my salary in half this week and then pay my – because it's the same crews on these stages for years and years and years typically.
Yeah.
You could walk in and easily get that done. The fact that they had to call Variety and say on a condition of anonymity.
Anonymity. Nope.
Anonymity.
Do the N first.
Anonymously.
Yeah. Do the N first, not the M sound.
Anonymity. Anonymity. Anonymity.
Perfect.
Anyways.
Look at you,
I'm joking,
sweetheart.
obviously, but just calling it anonymous like this is fucking sad. Like there's no reason for that. It's the same fucking people every day. You're not swapping out crews on the Ellen show. Once you have a good crew, they stay forever.
I guess not hers though.
And you try not to fuck them over. That's the thing. Like
she fucks them over constantly. This isn't a crew that is old and loyal, and they all
hate her.
Yeah, they're not happy. They're not happy.
What are the other stories you've heard? Because you told a couple the other day, and like I kind of brushed it off, and I did not hear anything. Like usually I'll get a message about something afterwards where it's just like, oh hey, yeah.
So like
I didn't hear anything on that one.
Karen Kilgariff, who is one of the
My Favorite Murderers?
My Favorite Murder girls. But before that, she was a writer in every, she did the
on
writer's room circuit around Hollywood, which, as you know, you do not get paid well. It's basically like minimum wage. But anyways, so there was the writer's strike or something. Karen Kilgariff was she was her head writer for 5 years until the writer's strike. And when Karen wouldn't cross the picket line, she was fired.
I remember that writer's strike.
And Ellen never spoke to her again.
That lasted a while.
Yeah.
That writer's strike lasted a while.
So that's like a fuck you. Allegedly hostily and mistreatment of writers proved to be a theme. In all of these stories, one user claimed that her friend who had written for Ellen for 2 years was never acknowledged by her. She famously will, like, if you're not that famous, as far as like a guest, if she's bringing on like a makeup artist or something like this, you can't be in any green rooms. You can't use like any of the bathrooms that are in that area.
Why?
You're just not like, it's Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
They get all of this.
Sure.
You get literally nothing. She will not say hi to you. She will not come up to you. And an intern that they all are saying is kind of like overworked and rude comes to get you, brings you up there. She doesn't even talk to you till the fucking cameras go.
Oh, that's great.
Though it seems like Ellen watches YouTube videos and just finds the people that she likes. It's not that. She will not even acknowledge you.
Yeah, she's got a staff full of people too that are watching that shit.
They're on air.
Yeah.
So another user who had waited on the 62-year-old comedian, I told you that one where she wrote a letter to the owner about the girl having chipped nail polish.
Yeah. At a restaurant,
and got
right?
her fired. Yeah. But she had waited on her a lot for like 2 years. They would come in all the time. And it was like a waitress that was like,
what restaurants,
It was a vegan restaurant in I think by the studio, Los Angeles vegan eatery. Oh, Real Food Daily.
Okay.
It's not anything. I'm sure it's like a struggling place. Anyway, she got her fired.
Ellen. She needs a Buble.
She threw a piece of another terrible restaurant experience with the restaurant experience ones to me are the worst.
Okay.
Like, you know, you're in public.
Yeah.
These are the moments when you're dealing with normal people.
Yeah.
Right? And we famously know from the show, if you aren't a Jonas brother or a J-Lo,
Yeah.
you are treated by her like a piece of shit. And that's one thing, right? Where you could be like, oh, maybe she's super busy and like she only has time to say one word to me when it's on air. I don't know, right? Like you can kind of get away with that. But in these restaurant, so she threw a plate of salmon in a waiter's face because it wasn't what she ordered.
Spicy.
Can you imagine doing that?
No.
Ever in your life?
No.
You're rude. But
I'm a nice human.
I know. You've gotten a lot better at restaurants.
I would have taken that salmon and banged it off my bare dong and just said, this is undercooked, just like my dick.
Yeah.
No, I'm always nice to people in restaurants because, look, I've been on the other side of that where you can just spit in their food, put your whole dick and balls in their milk. You can do anything you want. One of our first early episodes, I told that J-Lo story with the manager when I was bartending at that one party, and they were like, I would go to open the wine and I was gonna pour it, and they were like, this wine specifically brought for J-Lo. Okay, this is fucking J-Lo's wine. I brought it for her.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
It's a $1,500 bottle of wine, $1,500 worth of wine. I was like, all right, cool. I opened it. I'd never opened a fucking expensive bottle of wine like that, you know? Open it, just went to pour it. She was like, you've got to let it breathe. It's got to breathe for like 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Just let it breathe, okay? I'll be right back. I was like, oh, all right, rad. She went around the corner. I just turned and burned it. Boom. Took a shot right to the dome. And I was like, fuck me. Pretty goddamn good wine.
Yeah.
Didn't wait 15 or 20 minutes, but it was my little way of getting back at it. And
okay.
This
I don't
is
know
obviously, here's the thing. This is pre-COVID. Who knows where I was?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The night before?
Yeah.
So with waiters, whenever you fuck with waiters, you're going to get spit. They're going to lick a bun, maybe lick a fry. I've done horrific things to people. I'm sure you have too.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing you did?
I didn't do anything to anybody.
Never?
Food or anything. No.
Did the cooks?
I don't think so. I mean, it depends on that was completely up to them if it was like a steak that wasn't cooked well, but I don't think I've been in any situation like that I've done something.
Oof. Back behind the curtain, dudes are disgusting, man.
Yeah. No.
I remember there was a guy, at Papa John's, the way the dough is shipped to you, this was in high school, the way the dough is shipped to the Papa John's establishments, it's got a nipple on it, and it's perfectly shaped like a tit, like just beautiful fake tits. So when you pull out the tray that comes off the truck, it just looks like 12 perfect, amazing fake tits, right? Where you're just like, oh, all right, cool. I witnessed this guy, like somebody called in and bitched about something. I had some difficult order. Dude I worked with was just hammering his dong right on that, just slapping it on that dough. And you could hear that slap. You know, that cold dough that's just kind of, yeah. And I was like, man, I go, hey, man, you just did that to like 12 different pizzas, not just this one. And he was like, well, guess that guy fucked it up for everyone else, didn't he? And I was just like, yeah, he did. Get yours, brother. Get yours. That's why I never react in restaurants where I'm just like, okay, all right, cool. And then I'll even, you know me, I'll try to supersede it, Jabes.
Supersede it.
So I'm aware, like salmon is a perfect example. I'm aware that well-done salmon is not a thing. The cooks get offended. Everyone gets offended. So I tell the waitress every single time, hey, I'm gonna order the salmon. I'm a super white trash human being. Can you tell them that I want this well done?
You self-deprecate
yes.
with even a well-done steak, stuff like this. I don't
Correct.
think it really helps, but it helps a little bit.
I think it does. Yeah. So at least they go back to the kitchen and be like,
the waiter
hey, man,
will be like, hey, dude, like, you know.
The guy had a sense of humor about it. He wants you to make a well-done salmon.
And I think more and more that's starting to be not a thing because it's like you like your steak how you like it. Like you're a chef. You make food so that people like it, right? You know?
Sort of.
Most
chefs, though, and you know this, like, because we've dealt with a couple here where you're just like, they view themselves and the dishes they make as if they're on the goddamn they're Bobby Flay. Like,
there is exactly. But there is a renaissance happening of like where it's like more comfort food places, more like just want you guys to be happy places, like really good food, but also the experience is becoming more laid back. Like if you're stuffy and like that's becoming, you know how it used to be cool for celebrities to be assholes? Yeah. And now it's like the nicer you are, the cooler you are. Yeah. That's what's kind of happening in the food industry a little bit. Okay. It's starting to. Yeah, because
the last one I got was it's burger.
Oh, burger?
Gordon Ramsay's fucking $80 burger joint. I told after I ordered the burger, I told the waitress, I was like, can I have it like medium well? And she was like, oh, no, we just bring the burgers. And I was like, oh, well, how is it cooked? And she was like, well, you know, how they cook it. And I was like, rad, we're going to go ahead and get that medium well. So she just want to tell them, you know, but they were fully prepared to like, no, you can't have a burger unless it's.
Well, that's Gordon Ramsay. He's still old school. So
fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. One last story that's very quintessence. It'll just kind of sum it up, right? Which, so Josh Levesque wrote to this comedian. Remember, it's the comedian that was soliciting these stories to donate to the food bank, and only if they were real and corroborated did he give the money. But anyway, on Ellen
DeGeneres. So to the audience at home, what she's talking about was this guy had asked for true Ellen DeGeneres stories. If he could verify them.
About her being mean.
Yes.
If he could verify them, if they were true, he would donate $2 to the local food bank in Los Angeles, I think. And he ended up donating $600. So she's a piece of shit. But anyways, this guy that used to work as a production assistant for the Ellen Show during a time when actor Russell Brand was set to appear as a guest. And Brand came in. He's famously like very affable and he likes to talk to everybody, and that's just like his thing, right? Yeah. So he went into the employee break area to chat with the crew and kind of hang out and be like, you know, just talk to normal people. I think that's what he likes to do. So Ellen came in and got mad at him. Apparently, Ellen told Russell Brand that he didn't have to interact with these people. And that's why guests have their own backstage area. Do you know what I mean? And you can just see that whole exchange where she doesn't even look at them or acknowledge them as real people. She just is addressing him like in front of all of them.
That's great. Way to go, Ellen.
Way to go, Ellen. You fooled everyone for so long, but you never fooled me.
Yeah. I had a hunch when she married Portia de Rossi, because she was such a bitch famously for years and years and years and difficult to work with and all that other shit. And I was like, man, it's weird that Ellen would marry her, and now it all makes sense.
And then apparently she's very controlling with Portia. Like they've had many, many blind items about them, like just having a really bad marriage for that reason. And Portia's like really unhappy, but she's kind of stuck and all of this. And it tipped me off a little bit back in the day. She would like give people money, and if they weren't as excited as she wanted them to be, she was very bitchy. And you can see it. It comes out. Like, you can't hide it if you're a fucking real bitch. The only real one out here is fucking Tom Hanks. I mean, that would be the only person that I would be like, oh my God, are you kidding? Like behind the scenes, right? I think he really is what he is, right?
Yeah, he's nice.
I think.
Him and his wife are extremely nice.
But Ellen, like, it would come out.
Yeah,
it comes out. You can't hide. If you're a true fucking bitch, you cannot hide it. You can't.
With Hanks and his wife, they're exactly what you think they are. They're like the nicest.
I mean, I hope it all. You know, no one. I've never met them. I've never hung out with them, but
yeah, I got to meet them once, and they were unbelievably nice. So, fucking A. Hanks is a good dude. Ellen, though, I'm shocked about, man.
Are you?
You're giving it looks like she's giving herself her own haircuts.
You've been blind.
Pre-quarantine.
You've been blind.
I guess, man.
You really have.
You just figure somebody's so happy and positive on a daytime afternoon show. You're like, hey, man, you should probably walk that talk, because if that comes back and gets you.
It is.
I know, but her show hasn't suffered. The ratings haven't suffered.
It's thinking that you are that powerful, and that's why you do all of these things to begin with. That's why you treat people that way. That's why you treat waiters in this way. That's why you treat crew so far beneath you.
Yeah.
So you really think you are untouchable. That's why you shut down a barbecue that's in the sound stage next to you, because you think you have the fucking right to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that you're just fucking delusional. Like, you don't think for 1 second people would believe if these lowlifes came out. Who's going to believe you? Like, I could see her in like a movie saying that. Who's going to believe you?
Yeah.
I'm Ellen, right?
I love that when people say that. Who's going to believe you? Huh?
She said it. I guarantee she said it to someone.
Who's going to believe you? Me? Or you peon? Yeah. I'm starting to turn your way.
Gosh, what's it going to take?
I want to see her beat someone in public. I want to see a Buble out of her. I want to see her fucking backhand someone, you know? That's what I really want to see.
She's too aware of the camera. She would never do that.
How old is she? Alec, look up her age. Ellen DeGeneres.
60.
She's got to be in her 60s, right?
Yeah.
She was close to quitting this last time.
Like 62 or something. Yeah.
Because she said it was ruining her marriage and shit. But sign on for another 3 years. It's $150 million. It's tough to walk away from.
I would love to see it get canceled just like her other fucking shit.
I don't know who you're going to replace her with. They've been trying over the years with people for this afternoon slot. Harry Connick Jr.
Kelly Clarkson is really becoming a beloved figure in the talk show world.
Good
so
for
I
her.
Really would be, it'd be awesome.
If Kay Clarks took over, she might.
She's just, I think she actually is who she is too. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe Ellen started out that way too.
Oh, she's 62. Ellen is she is 62.
I know too much about Ellen. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're in. You're locked in, Jabes. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Let's get to the sponsors, shall we? First and foremost, talking about ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 25% off everything in the entire store. Mattresses, sheets, pillows, adjustable bases.
And I'd like to point out that this week, Rich Bernstein, the owner of Ghost Bed.
I don't know if he owns the joint.
He's high up. He's a higher up.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was in some Drinkin Bros forum or something and was challenged to buy food or send food to people that reviewed, Drinkin Bros that reviewed Ghost Bed. And he sent food to us, sent him out. So they're just a good company that loves the Drinkin Bros, loves you guys, and 25% off everything is huge deal.
Yeah.
They also upped the military and first responder percentage if you're not on our site to 25% off. So that's fucking big too.
Yeah, it's huge, man. And as always, the 36-month pay-as-you-go program, no interest is still applicable with all of these deals. So if you're stuck in the quarantines and you need a comfortable place to lay your dong on,
a COVID-free bed,
or your vag on. Yeah, they just ship it to you right in the house. You pop it open and you're good to go. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Next up, we've got expressvpn.com/revolution. Whew. These guys have saved my life for the last 2 months, man. 3 times I've been hacked. I read that email live on air yesterday as that thing popped up about we have your masturbation videos and we'll release them to your friends.
Who cares?
There was like 6 or 7 other listeners out there who were like, dude, I got the same emails yesterday. So
they're worded really fun. We have the time to do what we are doing to your face, and we will take all of your time money.
Send us 28% of 1 Bitcoin, and we'll free you, and you'll never hear of us again.
You'll be free to do your stuff to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And your weird porn habits. LOL, LMAO. That's why you need expressvpn.com/Drinkin Bros. Look, it protects your shit, man. It's a seamless app that runs in the background of all your computers, protects you from hackers, passwords being stolen, China getting in there. It's keeping out the Chinese is what it's doing. Chinese hackers and whatnot. And also, you can watch porn at work. It breaks through all the firewalls that your bosses might have put up around you. $7 a month, that's it. And if you sign up for a year, you get 3 months free. It's amazing. Look, it's just something you should have and just have it running in the background of your computer. You're good to go. Go to expressvpn.com/revolution today and get that deal, man. I've had it forever. And 3 times we've been fucking hacked in the last, or tried to have been in the last 2 months. Nada happened, brohan. Sorry about it. I got expressvpn.com/revolution.
Added bonus with ExpressVPN if you got into the end of your Netflix queue, which I have as well.
Yep.
You can unlock, I don't know if they want us to say this, but you can unlock other
Netflix around the world,
so Canadian, European.
You can do whatever you want. It's awesome. Look.
You kind of can do whatever you want.
It's fucking
very
rad,
fun. But
dude.
anyways, yeah.
Even if you're working overseas, dude, you can unlock all that shit. Next up, we get StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shabloinkers.
Shabloinks. 4 amazing flavors. I've been on it for, some say too much of it.
We've been on it.
For a long time, 4 years. I love it, man. I've got a subscription of the month of it. I get the 40-pack, me personally, and it just comes, boom, in this box. That's it. Same one you see at 7-Eleven on the checkout stores. You get free shipping. You get 20% off with the promo code REVOLUTION. No carbs, no sugars. And you can put it into White Claws. Spice them up a little bit.
Aren't you a little...
I'm a little Truly girl. But it's the White Claws that need to be spiced up, not the Trulies. Because I'm a little Truly girl, and I don't care. I kick my legs around like a little Truly girl, and I don't care. And then last night, somebody called me out for being a little Truly girl. It was Brooke.
They did. Of course it was. It was Brooke.
It was Bayou Brooke.
It was White Claw Brooke.
Yeah. And she was like, dude, that's a little too sweet for me. And I was like, well, tough titties. But there's one thing we can all agree on. It's that all of these seltzers, no one likes the lime. No. I got a fucking fridge full of limes, dude. I'll happily give those away.
To a terrorist.
Yeah, dude. So if you're drinking a White Claw out there, let's see, get a grapefruit, like the most boring flavor of all time. All you got to do is pop a little Strike Force in there. You're good to go.
Pop up.
Pop up. Pop it up. Lasts longer than 5-hour energy. StrikeForceEnergy.com. Promo code REVOLUTION, 20% off. Last but not least, James, talking about StraightRazors.com.
Ooh, that's a clean cut. Schmoo. Oh, you like it?
Man.
You're welcome.
A little woo-on on that, James. You had a little woo-on.
You're welcome.
I feel welcome. I feel welcome a lot for that. StraightRazors.com is everything you need to be a real man in this life. All your shaving products are here. They're still sold out of fucking shaving products at the store, so order them online. It's fucking easy. They got normal shit too if you're worried about using a straight razor, and they got shampoos, beard oils, mustache waxes, conditioners, all that shit. Man, they got all that shit there.
Man.
Go to straightrazors.com today. Use the promo code REVOLUTION for 20% off, and they get a bunch of big deals there. Big, huge deals. Huge. Nope. Promo code REVOLUTION, 20% off. Huge.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit to people. Craig, thank you.
Give him a shout out.
Craig, thank you, and you're welcome for my service. Richard Danoff, buddy, you're in here. You doing it. Kayla, what's up, girl?
What up,
what's
girl?
Up, girl? Thank you. You know what I did with the hair is they're talking about my braids.
Yes.
I kind of just braided and wrapped and pinned. So I don't know. I will never be able to recreate this in a million years. I don't know if I want to. It's a little bit weird, but hey, by Friday, ooh.
Yeah.
Between magnetic lashes, irritating my eyes, and just a bunch of bullshit. By the last day of getting ready,
she's had it.
I pretty much had it, but
her butthole piercing starts to act up. You can only sit on that hoop for so long, you know.
Well, and I do a Tiger King big padlock through it, so it really, you know what I mean.
You got to work out.
It's roof. Speaking of roof, Ruben, what up?
Yeah, what up, Ruben?
Brittany in here, Brooke in here, Jacob Nickel. Now,
Jacob Nickel's always in there.
He's always in there, right?
Homie, dude.
I don't know if we ever do a shout out.
We do. We shout out Jacob Nickel all the time. We love him.
Yeah.
Trump got on TV last night and is reopening the country, Jabes.
When?
So it's within 30 days here, and he's going to leave it up to the governors to decide for their own states
Can they do it sooner than that if they want?
Yeah. Look, I think
They probably won't.
So, the states that aren't in the hot zones, they should, in my opinion. It's going to go in 3 phases, and this is very similar to what Sweden did, where vulnerable individuals shelter in place when in public. Maximize your physical distance, avoid socializing in groups of more than 10 people, minimize non-essential travel, and that's phase 1, right? And they're saying, look, if things improve after 14 days, then move on to phase 2, where it's just like we're going to reopen gyms and reopen all that other stuff, wipe it down, be smart, and then, the older people and people with respiratory problems stay in place, and they'll slowly start to bring sports back, first of all, without fans, and then hopefully towards the end of the summer with fans in place. And he says he wants to get back to seeing 100,000 people going to stadiums for football games in the fall.
Okay.
And I hope that happens too. The call that I was on last night about the NFL thing was specifically for the NFL and will they come back? And again, there's so much TV money involved that even if they come back without fans, they'll be able to get paid. The trickiest one out there, and we were talking to Brooke about this last night, was about college football. The hard part that they can't figure out, they figured out all the other sports behind the scenes. And we got some guys coming on some interviews we've already pre-recorded that'll be on Drinkin Bros next week that'll explain some of the sports. But the one that they're having a hard time with is college football. Because, like Alec is in school, there is a possibility that all fall classes will be shifted to online, just in case, right? How are you expecting college athletes to play football together in pads every single day when they're not in school and the rest of the students are in school?
Yeah.
So
college is the hard one.
That's a tough one. However, it is almost everyone's favorite. So it's like, man, I would be real disappointed if college didn't come back. I would sacrifice. So the last question on the phone last night was, would you sacrifice NFL for college football? You're fucking A right, I would.
Would you sacrifice your grandma for it, though?
She's 88.
Just saying.
God, we've got a real good team this year. And I'm
you know what I mean? That's the answer.
So hang on. Let me think this out loud. She is 88. Her favorite team is Ohio State. I feel pretty confident in this. I'm putting a lot of money down on it once the books reopen here, that Ohio State is going to win the national championship next year over Clemson. And with that being her favorite team, would you die for your favorite team? I love you, Grandma.
Right.
I will miss you.
You're making the choice for her, essentially, right?
I think she would make that choice herself, too.
I'm just joking.
Let's turn it around on me.
I'm joking.
Let's turn it around on me. Now, let's say Ross had a problem, right? And it was just like, hey, man, would you risk it knowing that Ohio State's going to win the national championship? I'd be like, if I could watch the championship game, if I was old enough, like if I was in that range, if I could watch the championship game and then go like an hour later, pills, booze, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, man, that'd be a great way to die. Hoisting the national championship. Oh my God, I've seen it one last.
I'll have to make
because that's how I'm gonna die. Is I'm gonna stuff another dude's dick down in my face. But
I have to make sure that the insurance policy will.
Yeah, if I get gagged to death by a dick, that's that's somebody else's problem. That's not a suicide.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do it.
McLaughlin. Sarah McLaughlin. Like, that's, when it's just like, how did he die? It's like, well, he wanted his wife and kids to have the insurance policy, so he gagged himself on John Mayer's dick, Fathers, we go to your daughters.
Right.
And I get the Shivo face at the end. That's how I die, with the John Mayer face like this. Oh, Brenda.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Why won't you indulge me in a nice John Mayer death?
You just like dying on another dude's dick, dude. Like I'm out of this fucking conversation, dude.
This is what Michael Bublé is going through every single day at home.
What?
Probably a wife that gives him a lot of backsass like you do, you know? And he's got to give her the old 90-degree elbow right to the old rib cage.
Well, maybe she should bring home a couple slices of bacon. I just got some new sponsors.
Did you really?
Fuck you, yeah.
On Drinkin Broettes. Good for
good
you.
One, dude.
Look at you.
Sunbasket.
Ooh, shit.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I am packing my bags tonight.
Jessie's out of here. Oh, man, sometimes you gotta bang on a cage.
I just needed one more slice of bacon in that pan, and then I was fucking flipping.
Yeah. You're out of here forever. Forever. But yeah, Buble, I don't fault you for banging around that cage, dude. You got to rattle that cage sometime to get your point across, you know?
It was cringy a little bit. Let's be real for 1 second.
It was fucking awful, dude.
It was awful.
But it was Buble, you know? He's eating corn like it's a cock. Yeah. What do you expect out of
You're just
Buble?
saying I expect nothing less from a Buble.
Yeah, I expect something more.
From a corn-eating mofo like Buble, right?
A corn-eating motherfucker like Buble.
No mofo. We do not curse on this show.
Yeah, we curse a lot.
No filthy language. There was someone in our news feed live when we went yesterday that was like, why can't I watch one thing without filthy language?
Really?
Yeah, and everyone just jumped on him and kicked him out of the fucking group.
They were like,
sorry.
hey, man, you're in the wrong place for
You're
that.
not wrong, though,
Hombre.
you know?
Yeah.
It is hard to find a wholesome show.
We're just
not the one.
We got one review on iTunes. By the way, rate the show on iTunes. We're almost at 1,000 reviews. Please just rate it and review it. Give it a 5-star and review it, please. We're close. And after that, I'll stop asking because I don't care after that. Like 1,000 is good enough for the advertisers or the advertising agency. Just go on iTunes and do it. But one of the reviews said, and it was apparently like a new listener. They were like, I was fine with everything until Ross used Jesus' name in vain.
Well,
I was like, phew.
Welcome to the big show,
I
brother.
Was like, Christ, you know?
Right?
I'm the one who's carrying this cross. I'm the burden to bear.
You really are.
Yeah. When that tomb was empty last Sunday, it was me who had risen. I'm kidding. Did I just compare myself to Christ?
Yeah.
God damn it, Ross.
That person is not listening anymore, so you don't need
to
poke that bear. But there's a lot of people in here offering me places to stay and
when you're after you get beaten, is it post or pre?
What?
Pre-beaten or post-beaten?
No, I don't get beaten. I've got enough fucking slices of bacon in the pan, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been waiting.
James.
Years to just get my own bit of cash so I can leave your ass.
Hop on down the road, you know?
Yeah.
You gonna put all your stuff in a polka dot blanket, put on a stick,
and
just move on down the road?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, James.
I'm joking. I'm fucking stuck, dude.
Yeah, you are. And I'm Portia de
so
Rossi with this Ellen right here.
We are like a couple of.
I got a couple of lesbians.
A couple of lesbos, huh?
Yeah, we are. Just a couple of fun-loving lesbians, you know. Give me that catcher's mitt, baby.
We've talked about how I, in theory, should have been a lesbian, right?
Oh yeah, your love of softball.
Played softball.
Yep.
For years.
Yes.
Love Home Depot. Like I could walk around a Home Depot and
favorite
just be
store.
Like, oh yeah,
it's your favorite store. Yeah.
So
yeah,
if I could wear a tool belt around and have it be like acceptable, I would do it 100%.
Would you go full hammer?
I love power tools. Yeah.
Yeah. You do love power tools. You like putting things together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you enjoy it.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, there's some things like the trampoline was a little bit of a mind fuck, but like, yeah. But
still, you've got a lot of lesbian tendencies.
Oh my gosh! Like, there's literally only one piece missing.
Sports. If you sat down and watched sports, I'd be
like wanting to have sex with women, but literally everything else.
Never had sex with a woman?
No,
not once. You ever made out with one?
I think like kind of drunkenly in front of guys, but it was more for the guys than it was to like really make out with a girl. Do you know what I'm saying? 20s, maybe early 20s.
Okay.
Yeah. But nothing that was like, again, if you're doing it like, you know, those girls that are like, do it with the guys there in mind. It's not the same thing. Unless like instead of it, the difference is like being by yourself with the girl and like
getting
making
fingered.
out.
Yeah. Well, look,
So.
this is a long life, friend James. I don't want you to limit yourself.
No, I mean, I have no desire, but it's like hormones, things change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have no desire right now, but meh.
Never rule it out.
No.
Yeah.
Just like you don't rule out like whether you're gonna like be with a guy at some point.
I just said how I was gonna die. It was fathers be I'm gonna die on that dick. That John Mayer dick, you know.
It's a long one on Friday, huh? It just will not end. This show.
We can end it.
No. I mean, I'm sure they would love.
You've got places to go, people to see. I do not.
I don't, man. I really.
I do not.
I
I've got
don't.
another
Like
show
I
today.
don't.
I got another show today.
I don't have anyone to see.
You got some things to do. You're doing some. What are you doing tonight? You're doing some stuff, right?
No. Well, I'm going. School.
Oh, you're helping children with school.
School.
Great. You seem really disappointed about that.
Oh man, it's hard.
Is it? Because
Yeah,
you don't know the letters, or? I'm kidding. Totally kidding, James. Come on.
You know what I do have to do? Yeah, you're right.
Bang that cage.
Yeah, I actually do have some stuff to do, which is like pack up my shit and close out the bank account.
Hop on down the road.
Hop on down the road.
It would be awesome if in our neighborhood with like HOAs and shit, like you just packed up your things and literally just put it on a stick over your back, and then you were just like, I'm out of
Walked
here.
really slowly. It took me an hour to even get to like the front part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do here to end the show, kids, is we're gonna give you what you want. A lot of people asked for this week. Asked Jamie for it this week. We're gonna give it to him. Put a single on Jessie.
Oh no.
Yes. Put a
no,
single on Jessie, Jamie.
I'm just
There it
gonna talk
is.
to you guys then.
There it is.
Okay.
It is your show. You're
What
going
a
to lead us
boring-
out on Fridays. We've been with you every single day
Yes.
throughout all of this with you guys, and you've requested
And not in like
over and over again. Maybe we'll just do this every Friday afternoon. Just close out the show on a single on Jessie, because she's the hot one.
Do you guys notice that even when it's a single on me, he's talking the whole time?
Oh boy, I'm gonna put down the headphones and say goodbye, everyone, and then Jessie will lead us out.
I'll lead you guys out. What's up? I don't have a crime corner. I don't. I know I am. David Wagner, what's up, dude? Nico the Greco. How are you guys? What a shitty week, right? What a fucking pile of shit it's been. And it's okay to cry, you guys. You don't have to be positive, okay? This isn't the Ellen show. We're not fake here. Yeah. So anyways, fuck Ellen. I guess we should go. Brooke, I'll see you tomorrow for some workout. Hope that I puke in my mouth. Puke up blood in my mouth like you told me. You promised me I would. So if you don't deliver, I'll be unhappy about it. So I'll be doing that. And bye.